What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. We are making our way through Chaos 8 Mastery, and this time along is the Greystone Plaza. Now on this one we've got survive all waves, no defenses sold or destroyed, no cores fall below 90% health, no hero deaths, and then earn all stars in the same attempt. The most challenging portion of this is without a doubt going to be no hero deaths because I just refuse to get on the Barbarian. Now what does that mean? That means I'm going to have a specific area set up for assassin killing, or I would have to go and replace all my gear out with hero health stuff instead of hero damage. And don't really want to do either of those, so I'm going to set up a assassin killing area to get the job done. Now, we do need to use, or actually we don't need to use 10 or more different defenses on this one. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using good old faithful. So we're going to go with some proton beams for the poison. Let's get those in. We are going to then use some Earth Shatter Towers, and that's going to give us the Petrify combo. We are going to use some Skeletal Archers in there. And then for the assassin killing area, I'm going to be just parking in front of Earth Shatter Towers with a proton beam. And that should peel those assassins right off of me. But let's go ahead and get things started and build it out. Now, we've got no real limitations on this one. We just need to make sure no cores get walloped. I probably will use some reflect beams as well. No real setup on that, just running with this on the reflects. So let's see, how do we want to go? I think we're going to double dip on some archers right here. We'll get archers up in this spawn that can also hit down in the lane below. So we will get those in something. Let's see, let's just throw 3 of them in. And then right on the end of it here, we're going to get a Earth Shatter Tower right on the end of this. Actually, you know, where can we do it? Let's put it right here, and we're going to go just directly into that spawn. Now, with that in mind, we have got some good crowd control and some damage right here, but we're going to want some more CC. So we're going to add in the proton beams. We're going to put beams, say like right maybe here. And then also we want to make sure that this west gate lock doesn't get hit. So with that in mind, we're going to throw just one reflect beam node. Do we want to use just one, or do we want to use multiples? Or, you know, we can even throw it right here. Let's just throw it right here. Let's go one reflect beam node just right across, something like that. And I think that will get us here. They do get a shot at it right there, but I don't think they're going to throw at it until they get farther down. Do I have defenses? Yeah, no defenses sold or destroyed, so I can't move that reflect beam now. I think it will be good, though. And then over here on this lane, or you know what, before we even continue on, let's get this side all jacked up. So we want to throw in a... Do we want to use a buff beam on this one? Let's just throw a boost star over here. And then I think I still have Destructive Pylon on my protons. I do indeed. So let's just drop a little proton beam right here just for that Destructive Pylon effect. Now, we should be in good shape right there. Let's move it on over to this lane. Now, here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to double dip on some archers. These archers are going to hit the ground lane, and they're going to hit some flyers. So we are going to set those up so the split is kind of like right there, where the split between the two archer sides is not really going to affect anything. Let's just go ahead and drop a boost star there as well. And once again, a little proton beam for the Destructive Pylon. Now, over here, what are we going to want to do? Now, we will eventually get Hex Throwers out of this lane, I believe. And I am a little bit concerned about this core, but not too terribly. So what I'm going to do there, just to assist things, is I'm going to go with kind of a big double proton setup. So we're going to get all of those freeze chances, and we're going to get the poison in. And then to top that all off, just right here where this area is already buffed, we'll get a Earth Shatter going right like that. Now that leaves us 360 DU left, so not a ton of DU. I spent an absolute ton of it. We've only got 180 DU per lane, and we want to make sure we set up for assassins. So let's see, if we go with an Earth Shatter, do we want 2 Earth Shatters here? You know what, let's do it. Let's go and throw 2 Earth Shatters right there. That would be 120. We're going to go ahead and get a Proton Beam right here. And then this is going to be my assassin removal area. That's going to leave me 200 for this far lane. And we should be able to get things going with it. So over here, we're going to go... How do we want to do it? Do we want just 1 Proton Beam across the way just to get that poison in? I think we'll go with that. And then down here back at the core, we can go ahead and throw in an Earth Shatter. That leaves me 110. We could go... What else? Well, I mean, we can get down an Archer. We're only going to one-side the Archer over here. Actually, let's go ahead and throw down 2. That leaves me 30 DU left. Not enough for much else, but what I can do is put a little Proton Beam right here to at least get Destructive Pylon going on these defenses. So they're not going to get the buff, but they will have Destructive Pylon going on it. Now, the reason I made this my light lane is this lane is just so easy to DPS while still being in an area where you can get the assassins removed quite quickly. So we won't have any problems until the assassins get here, but let's go ahead and let it fly. I think I'll dump my remaining mana just into these defenses right here, and let's just let it roll here. So like I said, we're not really going to have a ton of issues until the assassins become present, and the real challenge here is staying alive. Now, the obvious choice here is just get on the Barbarian, but I just don't want to be forced to play a character I don't want to play. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the hard way and try to just go ahead and survive through this without any issue. So we'll give a little assist right there. You see over here, the lane is just getting handled. Earth Shatter Towers are just such a wonderful thing. Not only do they hit like a truck, but they provide the Earth element and then that knock-up. So, you know, assuming you have it sharded that way, of course. So yeah, they just do an absolutely wonderful job at getting things done here. The original popcorn build here, of course we don't have any anti-air going, but that would be the popcorn machine there. But only 18 mobs left. They are fading fast, and we're looking pretty darn good. Now, this lane up here is the lane I want to ignore, and that's why I've got double proton right there. But everything seemed to go really smooth. Now, the challenge on this one will be dying to roller rockets and or dying to assassins. There's no doubt about it. So we'll have to see exactly what we get on this lane, or on this map. Let's go ahead and hit a few ups in here. We'll get an upgrade there. We've got a little bit left, so we can throw one more upgrade in there. Actually, we got enough for yet another. So let's get that last archer up here upgraded. There we go. And we'll get it going here on wave number 2. So this mastery challenge is not overly difficult. I'm making it more difficult than it is just by refusing to use the barbarian or an unkillable type character, or just switching my gear around. Now, I could have taken just this set of gear, put it on the barb without having to worry about setting anything up on the barb, and just that additional health and turtle stance would be all the difference in the world as far as staying alive on this particular map. But it should be pretty smooth sailing up until assassins start coming. So let's see if we can't tough it out through this wave, and then we'll jump on forward to wave number 5 for the exciting conclusion to the Greystone Plaza here. Hopefully we get our 5 stars. We got Gribbs rolling out over here. Let's just go ahead and give a little bit of love to that guy. Gribbs is down. Ooh, we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So we got, what, 1 defense left, or 1 enemy left. And yeah, there we go. So things going pretty smooth so far. We'll see how chaotic wave 5 is, but let's go ahead and jump on forward. Alright, and here we go in wave number 5. So we've had no major issues this wave. We did get a siege roller up top last wave, and I definitely needed to keep an eye out for that one. This wave, it looks like we're going to get an ogre right down below here. We're going to get another ogre right there on that lane. And then we're going to get a Quibbly on this lane, on the Innkeeper lane. So that's actually a good thing. The roller is really my biggest concern. So what I want to do is not have to go up to this lane. That's my main concern right now. So I am going to dump everything I've got left right into this lane right here to get it all nice and jacked up. And then we should be able to just park right here in front of those Earth Shatters with this Proton Beam. So I don't have too many worries about Assassins. The Death Weaver is dying a little bit slower than I'd like, but it is dying. But we're just going to sit here and spray into this lane, wait for the Assassins to come, and the real challenge, of course, will be just staying alive through the Assassins when I've only got 256,000 health. So let's see how we're able to do here. The Earth Shatters are pretty quick to respond, of course, to those Assassins. I also have Sparkle Party on as a pet, so if something seems like it's clinging on for a little bit too long, then I can always pop my Sparkle Party. But you see the Proton Beams freeze it up just almost instantly. Looking good here. We got some Ogreliciousness coming. Here comes Quibbly now, so we're going to want to watch Quibbly on the minimap and make sure that Quibbly is getting handled. We've only got 20 mobs left, so I think we're pretty good. It looks like, yeah, Quibs just got straight up face rolled, so we're in good shape there. We're down to the remaining mobs, and it's looking like GG. So, Proton Beams and Earth Shatters for the win with Assassins. Now, remember, Assassins, when they're attached to you, they're a ground mob. Once they go up in the air or get knocked off of you, they're then a flying mob, so you need to make sure you are prepared for that. So that will do it for this episode, though, and there is the 5 stars from the Greystone Plaza. So all 5 of them there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.